Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic Gathering Arena playing Quick Draft Crimson Vow. And I don't think I have ever played with Mirror Hall Mimic. I remember, like, I've seen the card and I've seen it played against me, I think. I might be getting it confused with some YouTube video that I watched, but it's like this insane value card, right? I mean, it's obviously very expensive at 4 mana with Disturb of 5, but you get to copy one of their things, and then when it dies, you bring it back as like an engine that just makes a copy of that of a card every turn. But not the first turn. So like I mean it is pretty slow. But I think very good question mark. The Pack Song Pup is also very good. I wouldn't be surprised to find Wolf Strike's also very good. I wouldn't be surprised to find that like Draft Sim says I should take one of these two, but I think I want to take the Mirror Hall Mimic. And looking at it now, it says Mirror Hall Mimic is way better than any of those cards. Okay, great. So we get to try this out at least for as long as the draft. Maybe I'll give up blue at some point. Oh, Parasitic Grasp and Ballista Watcher. I think it's the Parasitic Grasp, right? You're telling me Ballista Watcher, huh? Why is that? I mean, it says they're both pretty close. I'm going to take the Parasitic Grasp. Removal is good, especially like if we were going to be in a kind of value engine sort of deck. It's nice to have removal rather than like some weird threat that doesn't play well with this other threat. So, yeah, give me a Parasitic Grasp. A lot of good black cards here. It's probably supposed to be Blood Tithe Harvester, right? It doesn't super play well with a blue card, having like a red-black. And I could just take, like, for example, Socialite, which is a perfectly good card. But Harvester, I think, is, well, a better card, for sure. Then, I mean, but they're... I don't know. I guess Socialite's not that bad, huh? Yeah. And red may not be that open, necessarily. I think I can... Right, because we just passed a strong red card. I think I can probably gamble on the Socialite, see how that goes. Even though it's not, like, exactly a blue-black card itself, either. Like, I don't know, if I had a Harvester and Parasitic Grasp and I threw away this rare, how sad would I be? It would be a little sad. But, like, I might get Evolving Wilds. I think I'm going to just keep taking the better card. Don't worry too much about the fact that it's got, you know, a color I don't especially want. Maybe we'll end up wanting it later. Fierce Retribution is best, but I don't think Desperate Farmer is too bad. Yeah, that seems defensible. Okay, we're still getting good, like, exploit cards. We could take the Cruel Witness, I guess, but I think we want one of these. Maybe the Dissenter? Honestly, I don't know. Mind Leech Ghoul is kind of a gross thing to play multiples of with the ghastly mimicry, right? If you played a Mind Leech Ghoul every turn and they just exploited themselves, that would be kind of hilarious. Let's go for it. So there's this flash thing. It's meh. There's an Evolving Wilds, but I think I want the Scab, right? If we're going to try for blue-black, this is my chance. Am I going to try for that, though? Like, red-black would also be fine, right? I could take Evolving Wilds. I'm gonna take the Evolving Wilds, I think. No, take the Scab. Try to put a stake in blue-black. See if you can get people to give it to you. Doomed Dissenter is okay. Alchemist Retrieval is also fine. Magma Pummeler is by far the best card. But a little tricky. I think I'll take the retrieval. Like, I don't know. This is an okay 2-drop and all, but I guess it does like to be killed. It's nice to have a target for like Mind Leech Ghoul and stuff. Yes, fair enough. Plus 2-drop is good. Chill of the Grave, I guess, is the only real pick here. I'm not going to venture into green, although it is baffling to see a Paxong Pup pick 8. Is it at all possible I should be taking that? No, because even if it is like the case that green is open and I want to run green-black, I'm not going to have enough wolves for this. I think just take a Chill of the Grave. It's a lot of green cards, huh? Okay, Blood Servitor. Probably sideboarded, though. Not that good card. Siphon Essence is okay, I guess. Don't really like Fear of Death that much. Although, if we have any Disturb cards like the Mimic, it's not that bad. To be able to skip the first half of the Mimic and just get the second half is kind of cool. Knife is also okay. But I feel like if we're going for this route, I want more just like control tools. Okay. Henrika, great card. Better even than Parasitic Grasp. Nothing else comes close. Archghoul, perfect for blue-black. Bleed Dry, probably more important, though. Yeah, we need everything needs removal. Thrill of Discovery, or Thirst for Discovery, I'm sorry, is very good. This fits well in the deck. This is good in general. I think it's Thirst for Discovery, though. All right, get out of here, you red-black card. What was it I didn't take that I took that instead of? There was some kind of media... Like, I could have had a Blood Crazed Socialite. Yeah. Or a Blood Fountain. I think those were the 2 cards in that pack. I would be happy to take those if they were given to me now. But I think it was still right at the time to keep my options open. Probably Doomed Dissenter. We could go for Wretched Throng. You like Binding Geist? Like, if we get enough zombies, Wretched Throng would be pretty happy. Like, if we get enough Wretched Throngs, they would be happy. But I think I'd rather just have Doomed Dissenters, which are guaranteed to be okay. Pretty good options here. Gluttonous Guest is a great card. I think I'm probably supposed to take that, but I could see taking Repository Scab or Mind Leech Ghoul. But Gluttonous Guest is just a nice, solid card. Good blocker. The blood token's great. Okay, easy Skywarp Scab, I guess. Easy Repository Scab? Evolving Wilds? If it were here, I would take it. Sadly, it's not. We could take a Wash Away. I guess that's better than any of this other junk, right? Like, I don't know if I want to play it, but I certainly want to draft it. Specimen's all right. We have a few exploit cards. And we hope to get more. Okay. We're not going to really be doing a bunch of Ragged Recluse stuff, I feel like. I might just take the Cradle of Safety. I don't have that many ways to discard cards. A couple blood tokens and one... No, I guess I do have a Fear of Death as well. But one... where is it? The card I was thinking of lets me discard. Thirst for Discovery. Henrika doesn't discard. So like this could flip on occasion, but I think a lot of the time it'll just be a 2-mana 2/1. Whereas Cradle of Safety could save one of our, important cards, i.e., these 2 4-drops. Plus, it can be picked up again with Repository Scab. Yeah, I think it's got to be Cradle of Safety. Okay. I mean, offered the chance to maybe get several Throngs. I guess I'll start with one. Mind Leech Ghoul's fine. Who the heck are you? 3 mana, 1/2 training. When it trains, exile something. And then when it leaves, put the exiled cards onto the battlefield under their owner's control. Wow. And so you can use this on enemy creatures to kind of kidnap them for a while. Or stuff from your graveyard as like insurance, so that when they remove this, something comes back. Seems very like cool, but training is hard to do. So obviously we're not taking it in this deck, just like looking around. I think... I mean... Gluttonous Guest surely is the best card for us here, right? Best, like, spell, I should say. I think Stitched Assistant is also pretty reasonable. Maybe even more reasonable, but probably not. This is just such a great, like, blocker / everything. This is great if you have something to exploit, but you don't always. Even with stuff like Persistent Specimen. I've only got one of them, right? So no guarantees. Whereas, like, Gluttonous Guest is just always fine. However, I'm looking at the deck and, like, probably I should just take Evolving Wilds? Because we have a ton of, like, great spells already. And we have a whole pack to go. I don't think we need another, like, fairly okay creature. I mean, I guess I could take the Flyer, get some evasive damage. But we've already got, like, Henrika and the Skywarp Scab. And potentially Mirror Hall Mimic for, like, evasive damage. So I don't think we need that. Could take another Throng. It's better with the one we have, obviously. But Evolving Wilds is just, like... better than a swamp or an island. Whereas these, we're going to have to cut some, like... if I take Gluttonous Guest, I don't know. There's certainly stuff I could cut. But I think the deck is kind of fine. Just give me a land. These are interesting. I could take the Catapult Fodder. I don't have that much reason to take it. Like, I have the Gluttonous Guest... There's a 1/2 in here somewhere, I thought. I guess not. Henrika, sort of, and like Scab. But there's like, this is never going to flip. So I think it's pretty bad. The Socialite is pretty good, and I imagine that's what, indeed, that is what Draft Sim is recommending. But I kind of want a Blood Fountain. Like... Socialite is good because you can attack and just threaten so much damage for so little mana. Like, yes, 4 is a lot, but a 5/5 Menace is so tough to deal with. I feel like this deck is not really doing that. I think that what we want is a Blood Fountain for, like, ultimate value? Question mark? I don't know. Maybe it's... I love being greedy. It's true. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Syncopate and Courier Bat both seem pretty good. Definitely don't want a Soul Cipher board. Socialite, again, would be fine, but doesn't seem that amazing. I think we have enough life gain triggers that Courier Bat should be pretty good. Syncopate's alright. Another Guest? Another Scab? A Syncopate? There's a lot here. I think another Guest is pretty good. 2 Blood Fountains is too many. Curve? Pretty good. I don't think we need, like, Chill of the Grave. I don't know about Desperate Farmer either. Actually, I don't have that much exploit stuff, do I? Maybe I could be cutting, like, the Doomed Dissenters. And, like, pick up Another Mind Leech Ghoul? I don't know. I think Doom Dissenter is probably better than Mind Leech Ghoul. If I'm cutting anything, why am I not cutting the ghouls? I have this dream of using them with Mirror Hull Mimic, and that's pretty funny. But I don't necessarily have... You know, actually, maybe I should have like one of each. Because that way they can kind of work on each other, in a way. And the Mind Leech Ghouls are fine. They're pretty cool early game if you have something to sack to them, but I don't always. You know what can go also is the Throng. Since I didn't pick up a second one, it's not that good. It's in fact pretty bad. And with this, I think I can just take another ghoul. Monstrosity would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? A way to end the game. I don't think I'm likely to want to run it, but it's clearly the only thing here I'm drafting. Whew. This is a pick. I think, I mean, like, Gargantua is a threat for sure. But I think it's supposed to be a Lantern Bearer, right? Actually, I don't have a lot. I don't know. There's stuff that could gain flying and be annoying. Sure, Lantern Bearer is. It's such a good card, and like, we maybe don't have the perfect synergies for it, right? Not a lot that needs to gain flying and then hit them for a lot. But you know, a Mind Leech Ghoul could do it. A Farmer could do it. A Repository Scab could do it. It would be okay. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be Gargantua, though. A little bit more top end. Or Evolving Wilds. Maybe that's just better. Cradle of Safety is not even that embarrassing. The Gargantua is just like, I don't know. Sometimes making them sacrifice a creature is great, but a lot of the time it's pretty meh. And it is a 5/4, which is a good attacker. It'll often like 1-for-1 with some important thing they have, but not always. I don't know, just give me the Evolving Wilds. I think we have enough playables. Geistlight Snare. I don't have that many spirits, do I? 1. It's the Mirror Hull Mimic, right? And enchantments, I have a few of those, right? The Cradle of Safety, the Fear of Death, and then the Mirror Hull Mimic itself. I don't think this is going to get cheap enough to be good most of the time. It's a 3-mana permission spell that will occasionally cost a little less. Assistant is good, I think. I could take the flyer. Yeah, let's take the flyer. I don't know if the deck has enough evasive damage. Oh, I thought this was a different card. I definitely do not want that. Syncopate's alright. Assistant's fine. Fear of Death is fine. Alright, so a little cutting to do. What, 3 cards? Curve looks good. We don't really need 2 Fear of Death. How did I end up doing on not like important things that Repository Scab could... Well, okay, let's cut the Monstrosity. I don't think it really is that important as a way to win. Could cut the Siphon Essence, maybe? Syncopate and Wash Away are sort of more flexible removal anyway. Or counters anyway, I should say. Oh, and then we're done. And then I'm down to 40 cards. That's pretty cool. Alright. Should be interesting. Is it good? Who can say? Playing against the Who. Okay. Do I actually have a deck tracker? Oh, I do. Oh, you guys can see that one though, huh? I mean, it's not the end of the world. But I can pop it out and then it's out of the way. Is that correct? Oh, the thing is when I do that, it's gone. I can't get it back. It popped out to nowhere. Anyway, this is fine. I don't understand this dang program. Like, I popped it out of the overlay, and now there's no, like, there's no other window I can get it from. There is an Overwolf window, and it's, like, not there. I don't understand this shit. God, I hate this island. Very happy to have top decked the 2-drop. Pretty happy to see this card right now. It seems very good in the current board position. They're going to have to do something sort of drastic to it, probably. I mean, they can take damage from it for quite a while. It's not a big deal, but I don't think they want to. No play? What the hell? Okay. Wolf Strike or something? No. Witch's Web. Nice. Huh. Not a lot I can do about that. Maybe I'm an idiot for attacking? Oh, they did it post-block. They passed to blockers and then finished declaring blockers and then did this. Oh my god, I'm the luckiest man alive. I kind of want to main phase this so I can draw a land for turn. I think that's fair. I'll discard this one, that's fine. Oh man, we got away with something on that one. I guess technically I should have let them play their land for turn before popping this in case they have a decision to make, but predictably they didn't. So I could pick back up Thirst for Discovery now with this guy, so that's useful. I don't think that's necessarily what I want to do. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, I don't know. It would be perfectly lovely to pick that up, I guess. But I think I want to get out, like, the farmer, and I could Fear of Death something, but I guess just... It's actually better to just play a flyer, right? If there were one in here, I would have been allowed to exile it, right? If I wanted, it just wouldn't do anything, I think. It doesn't say up to 2. Maybe it has to be exactly 2? I'm not sure. Okay. I think we're crushing this game. Miles ahead. Certainly something drastic could happen, but at the moment it's looking very good. Okay, happy to give that the Fear of Death. Beautiful to see this to help me trigger the Courier Bat in the future. So, attack with flyers, Guest, and Fear of Death? I guess Fear of Death first. I mean, this creature doesn't even matter, does it? I don't know. If they were attacking me for 7 per turn, I would be pretty upset, I guess. Yeah, sure. Fear of Death seems fine. This first, just so I can see what I mill in case that matters for some reason. Henrika. Good thing we have blood courier bat, I mean. Okay, I won't block. I mean, this is kind of a free roll attack for you, so, you know, maybe you're just testing whether I'm too scared to block with my 1/4. Well, joke's on you, I am. Some combat trick there would be pretty sad, because using this to gain life is, I think, pretty valuable right now. Alright. Well, that's something I could repository scab if I were afraid to do it on this. Okay, they definitely had something, because they would otherwise have played this pre-combat, I think. But this turn, I think just scabbing this to get back Thirst for Discovery is my big plan. Because I don't really have anything I want to discard to a blood token, right? And this creature no longer does anything. And draw is kind of beautiful. I don't know, it seems like we're still miles ahead. I'll trade the scab for this Spore Crawler if they try attacking. Or probably for their Scorpion as well. I think that would be fine. I don't want to take big chunks of damage for no reason, so I'm fine with a trade. It gives them something to spend 4 mana on, like re-equipping this, but surely they don't want to do that. Oh, my Henrika. They were going to eat that anyway, though. Oh. That's surprising. Okay, happy to see that. Because now I can courier bat the Henrika back. Henrika? Who knows, right? Where is it? Here it is. I mean, let's leave blue open. I can't imagine it matters. I have creatures I don't mind sacrificing. I guess you do too. Huh? You're tapped out, and this is what you're going for, huh? Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess it worked. They got 2 damage in with this, and they got a card, so seems fine, I guess. Henrika, I think drawing a card would be cool. So would each player sacrifices a creature, to be honest. I don't know, I don't really need that. Yeah. Not even equipping this? A little weird. I don't know, maybe they have some cool play? Question mark? Alright, that gains 4. Is that enough? This transforms into a 3/4, so I have 7 flying, and this adds like 3 more? 4 more? I can add like 6 more damage with Henrika? Cool, cool, cool. Easy win. Really didn't seem like there was any competition the whole way through. Except when they tried to Witch's Web. If that had gone through, I would have been a lot sadder. The game was just a jaunt, a cruise, though. A cakewalk, right? As it actually turned out. That spirit got in a ton of damage. If they had killed it earlier, I think we still would have been ahead, but would have been closer for sure. All right, so let's fix these lands. I hate these Baldur's Gate lands. So it was 7 islands and 8 swamps, which seems reasonable enough. Oh, that island looks pretty cool. We'll just take that one. Swamp's all right. Yeah. Now, should it be 8/7? I have some double black 4s. And my double blue stuff is on like 5 or 9, kind of. There is the wash away, which can be double blue. But there's also the double black for Parasitic Grasp. I think this is fine. We want to have more black than blue, probably. Now, if you copy a double-sided card, it gets weird, right? Like if you have Mirror Hall Mimic or Ghastly Mimicry, enter as a copy of Henrika after she's flipped. No, before she's flipped. Then the back side of it is the front side of Henrika, and if you transform it, it transforms into the other side of... It's just super weird. This is actually playable, I think, because I have the ghouls and the guest. Plenty of stuff to do on 2 or 3 lands, even with no blue. Not my dream hand or anything, but playable. Opponent trying to convince themselves to mulligan to 5, question mark? Trying to find some playable 6-card hand in that mess, maybe? Okay, they stayed at 6. Clearly not happy about it, but alright, they've got a 1-drop, so... I will... No, there's no reason to play that yet. Why tell them our second color? This suggests blue, obviously, but it's no guarantee. No. Nice pickup. Swing seems fine. All right, we got the mirror. Nice. Just swing, right? Hold open, syncopate, and thirst. It means that if I happen to hit like 2 lands with this, I won't be able to play one. Actually, I should have held this back. It's trading 1 damage for 3, right? Yeah. But would I really have wanted to block with this if they attacked? I guess so. Oh. Nice. Traded 1 damage for 0, as it turns out. Okay. Oh no, am I gonna get countered now? I don't really want to discard that, do I? I guess it's fine. I have stuff to do for 3 still. I could otherwise discard like Wash Away plus who knows what. But as it turns out, I drew another land, so all is well. Hello? Okay, looking forward to potentially a big Syncopate on this turn. Or Wash... No, I can't Wash Away. Because I don't have double blue. Okay, Syncopate for 3 is perfect here. Oh no, it would only be for 2. It's not perfect. Alright, maybe I should have just played a creature. I thought I was holding this up as well, and I didn't realize till later that in fact I'm not. Oh, this is so good. For my opponent, and not for me. I will never in my life bleed dry a persistent specimen, though. You can't trick me into doing it. Just by having a deck that does cool stuff with them. Could do this, I guess, but I want it for Courier Bat probably, right? If I get Syncopated for 1, it's pretty embarrassing. But I think I want this creature a lot. Each player sacrifices a creature would be pretty stupid. But if Henrika lives this turn, I can hold open Syncopates to save her for a long time, I think. Just transform her and swing with a lifelinker and be in pretty happy shape. It looks like they're going to try to kill her somehow. I'm sure they have some way in their deck, right? Not necessarily in hand, one hopes. Maybe they're trying to figure out if they can get away with attacking. I don't know. Surely if they have removal, they're using it, right? Okay. That's not bad. They are exiled. Okay. So let's exile a ghoul. And I think a Wash Away, the least flexible counter. Keeping the bat to pick back up something if it gets killed. I guess I could have discarded something to a blood token first. And then maybe drawn something I would be happier to exile, but maybe not. They're really staring at Henrika here. I'll block with the 1/4 if you try. Okay. Sure. If you have a trick, that's fine. If this was just like a bluff check, then I call it. Okay, great. I don't think I will use this for anything. Yeah, just do nothing, or play nothing and attack. Sure. I'm thrilled if that's all you're going to do with that mana. I mean, it does mean that they held it up threatening like a counter or something, but if they had one, they would have countered Henrika earlier, so... And they don't seem to have removal either, because they would have used it when I was tapped out. Or at any rate, when all my blue was tapped out. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. They need something to counter Henrika, but I have a counter to that. If they play big threat, I can just kill it. Yeah. I don't have to play anything, I don't think. It's kind of on you. I mean, I can counter that if I want. But I could just play her, right? Like, play her again, and that seems fine. The downside, I guess, would be if they have a syncopate for 1. Because playing her uses up enough of my mana that I... No, I could pay the 1. Yeah, this is fine. You can have this. Well, they draw a card as well? I think that's okay. What do you mean auto tap has changed? What? That's so weird. It's fine that it's leaving up blue, I guess. I just don't understand why it needs to have changed. Blood token something? Fear of Death seems sort of weak, but I'm also in no rush. I could draw a card with her as well if I wanted, but I haven't been playing my cards anyway, so I don't think I will. Fine. Now, I think I would like to play my Doomed Dissenter this turn. It's a little bit greedy, because I might not be able to have as big a syncopate, but it gives me something to sack to a scab or whatever. And my hand is getting a little bit full. Because I'm just like, what, if they do succeed in removing this, I'll want to be able to pick back up my syncopate or something. Like, basically, if I manage, if they say they try to remove it and I counter it, I would like to be able to get my counter back. I don't know. Maybe this was a little bit premature because I don't quite have enough to syncopate like a bleed dry right now, which I did before playing this. Bleed dry would be pretty bad. Oh, this can't be countered, huh? But it can be bled dry. So that's fine. Well, you got me tapped out, so there is that. You can now remove Henrika if you choose. But they didn't have it before. What the heck is this? When a non-token zombie, make a 2/2 zombie. Okay. That's fine. Make that a flyer. Okay. So probably just fear of death, right? Because I don't want that blocking me. Or if it does block, rather, I don't want it killing anyway. All right, no problem. Why did it get exiled? Does Fear of Death do that? No. What the hell? Oh, it didn't. Lantern Bearer was exiled. This just went to the graveyard as expected. Okay. Syncopate is getting weaker. All right, at this point, if they have removal for Henrika, they can probably just do it. Yeah, that's fine. So maybe I should be less precious about the Syncopate. Or about holding mana open, because the Syncopate won't work that well. Maybe, like, I could have just played another flyer, right? That could have been good. Okay. I'll exile the Syncopate, which I just said is not very good. Means I can't dig it back up, but I'd rather dig up Bleed Dry anyway, probably. Attack with the token and the skeleton? Yeah, that makes a little sense. Because they have the mana to bring... Well, they don't want to bring back both skeletons, though, right? I'll let in the two. I don't mind. I'm not using that life for anything. Ooh, Blood Fountain. Not necessary right now, I guess. Especially since I have the bat already. Play this. If they syncopate me, they could do it for 3? I guess that would be bad, because I don't have 3. But if this hits, it's not the end of the world anyway. Like if I don't get to resolve this, that's sort of fine. It's bad, but not the end of the world. Okay, that's fine. Well, they're buying time to find removal, sure. Now, my Wash Away already got discarded or exiled or something, right? Exiled, yeah. So I'm out of counter spells, as I recall. And I only have, like, this removal plus the Fear of Death I already used, so I guess I could get into some trouble if they draw enough answers. But if it's non-exiling answers, I think I'm fine. I can bring back Henrika a million times. Decent card. Doesn't seem relevant right now, though. Oh, no, that's true. They do have, like, unlimited specimens. Sure. So maybe overwhelm me with a bunch of 2/2s? I don't think that's going to work. Okay. Well, this makes 2/2s as well, doesn't it? Okay, maybe it could work. They're getting like 2 more zombies out of this. Very cool. Do I need to exile something? Like a 3/1? I don't think so. Not a bad card. I think I should probably... Oh, it's right here. I was going to try to pick this back up, but I can't because it's still alive. I mean, none of these are that great to get. I guess I could take the farmer. Yeah, that's fine. Or the ghoul, actually. Getting rid of whatever that last card in their hand is seems pretty juicy, doesn't it? Binding Geist. Okay, not a huge issue, but fine to know that they're just top decking now. And with Henrika, this bat can swing for up to 4 if I'm brave enough to actually use her ability. Ooh, okay. Nice. Good draw. Sort of. Like, definitely a very high value draw. But the problem is, now I know your hand is empty. And I can just swing for 9 with no qualms. Like, okay, they might top deck something, but I know the 9 is connecting at least. I don't know. They could try swinging with all. I don't think it's going to work. That's interesting. I know your hand is empty. And you know I'm about to gain 5 life. So what is the point of this? I'm happy to trade for the scab and, like, the non-token zombie. So you're only getting in for 6? This seems horrible. I don't know, maybe I should trade for the token zombie because then they don't get a token back. They'll get one in future, but that way they're not getting one now, and that seems a bit more important. Just double check these blocks make sense. No, I somehow failed to block the skull scab. I canceled the wrong block. There we go. Main phasing that? I guess since your hand is face up, it doesn't matter. Okay, that seems great. Sort of. Can make it re-enter as another scab. It's nothing I really need to pick back up. Thirst for Discovery would be really nice, I guess. But I think another flyer is more important, right? Then I'm not getting this to trigger, but I think that's fine. Or I'm not paying for this, rather. Can you look at the other side of this, or you can? Okay. Not that it matters. I know what it says. So this is lethal. They have to draw something relevant or they're dead. Right? It's like 13. 5 and 4 and 4. Or 3 and 6, I guess. No, that didn't add up, right? 7 for the normal creatures, and then 2 3s for pumping this twice, right? So 13. Yeah, 7 and 6. Long game. I feel like we've been ahead all the way through again. Because they couldn't deal with Henrika. Any exciting turning points? Not really. Swing all? Question mark? I don't know. Obviously nothing can work, but go for it. Really? So this is getting in for 9. That's no problem. I could have blocked the skeleton net, but I like having my own flyer, thanks. It was a swamp. Alright, good game. Oh, they didn't let me attack my dailies! I don't know what my dailies are. They might involve attacking. Alright, 2-0 after a lengthy game. Could have made it a little shorter, I think. I think I played a little bit too passively, right? I was holding up Syncopate even on turns when I didn't have enough land for it to be good, and I could have gotten out a Courier Bat at some point. But overall, you know, I mean, acting with caution was prudent. It was just like I took it a little bit too far, probably. Cruel Genius. Yes, sometimes I feel that way myself. Sure. Great hand. 2 and a 3, and all my colors. What color do I want this to be? Probably blue, since I have the scab in hand already. Alright, black's fine too. Red, black, good vampire to start with. It also means I don't have to show them my second color yet, which is like a thing I'm obsessed with, even though it basically never matters. Nice. Like, if they'd known I was blue, would they be playing differently? Obviously not. Wow. Need that third land. Missed it, huh? Nice. I will play a blue here, though, because I might want to play something blue fairly soon. I'd be happy to make this trade, I think. It's not really getting much better. But we know they have nothing but spells. Okay. I don't know. Am I getting Sure Struck here? No. Kind of weird that they attacked. Because if they wanted to make the trade, they could have done so without giving me 2 life by just tapping the Harvester. So I guess they didn't. They were hoping to get in, I guess. Huh. Only one creature in here because the other got exiled. Or maybe they just didn't think it through. Who can say? Oh, you know what? I could actually go dig for a play. So I don't want this many lands. Okay. This is not a great thing to play against you, but it's a pretty good thing to play on Skywarp Scab. Nice. Nice card to have been able to play with your extra land. Your third land that you finally drew. Just let it live for 1 turn. That's all I ask. 1 turn. So that I can copy it. I would like more turns. But 1 would be enough to make me happy. Ooh. Opponent's really desperate for land, and they keep missing. Do I play this? I have kind of what I need already. they're not going to have anything that can only kill attacking creatures, so let's just attack here. Get in the damage before they see we're copying. It's like maybe they react to me trying to copy by shrinking it somehow. I don't think that's something red-black can do as an instant speed, but just seems generally prudent. I don't know. I think a 6th land is okay. Oh! Foiled! Alright, see ya. I should have kept the land, I guess. Still, it's great for me that they're spending 2 mana on just that. Given that they're so limited. Oh! Syncopate. What a card. Holy cow. I could even play the guest. And still have a syncopate that should be good enough. I just don't want to let them get in for 3, because then my getting in for 4 doesn't actually look that impressive. Anything good in the graveyard? Just a farmer. Is that fine? I mean, it's the biggest thing I'm going to be able to counter this turn, and I sort of would like to counter it. And this stuff, yeah, I think let's get rid of it. I don't want them getting this. It's not incredible or anything, but that card would have been nice for them. Oh my god. That is gross as hell. No, you can stay back. Yeah, my life total is about to be just fine. I mean, it's already okay, and Henrika's going to make it a lot bigger. I can afford to push in a little more damage. In fact, this is lethal, I think? Yeah, it's 13 for the same reason it was last game. Alright, that's a flyer. Pretty cool. Alright. Well, that was a much shorter game. Opponent didn't really ever get to do anything. Unfortunate. Why am I reading this Baldur's Gate lore? I really do not care. I remember Baldur's Gate. Like, I guess it was a staple of D&D, right? My first introduction to the term Baldur's Gate was some PC game. I don't remember if it was Baldur's Gate or Baldur's Gate 2. I played it for like 20 minutes and couldn't figure out what the hell was happening and never touched it again. Back in my youth. I don't think I even knew it was a PC game. I don't know how I even found out it... Sorry. Obviously I knew it was a PC game. I don't think I knew it was related to D&D. I don't know how I found out it existed. How I ended up with the game or the demo or whatever I had. It's sort of a mystery. The Blood Fountain and 2 guests is cool. Aha! Now that I know opponent's colors, I can plan my turn to play with more accuracy. Oh, of course, against a black deck, we do nothing. See, if I hadn't known they were black. I mean, I could dump a swamp here. I mean, waiting till Blood's Guest makes it gain life, but I don't think that's that big a deal. shows me. I mean, we're still going to be able to gain life with the Gluttonous Guest anyway, because they come with their own blood, so it's fine. Orzhov, okay. We haven't played one of those in a while. Both decks are likely to want to play slowly, huh? This should be... Buckle up, this is going to be a long video if every game... Oh, no! I mean, I think we have... If I Fear of Death, I'm not even getting damage in, right? I'm just like bouncing off of this thing. And the point of this is to draw cards, not to, oh man. Okay, let's go looking for answers, I guess. I guess I shouldn't necessarily show them I'm doing this, but it doesn't matter. Probably should have not... No, I don't know. There's no way I could have played this before tapping out, so... I guess I could have attacked and dared them to block, maybe get into damage that way. I think in these colors they would not be fooled. Ugh. It's already happening. Unsurprisingly. Maybe this won't be such a short game. Maybe I'm just going to throw my computer out the window on, like, turn 6. Careful, actually. This is my last chance to gain life with these guys. There's nothing in the graveyard anyway. I could have discarded the Mind Leech Ghoul and then picked it back up with the Courier Bat as like a pseudo draw. Okay. Okay. Amazing. Play this now before they can untap. There is like Undying Malice, which I forget if that costs a single black or 2 black. Or, sorry, 1 and black. I don't think they're likely to be running it anyway. It's not very good. I think it was in the last set anyway. I'm not really sure. Do we attack? It lets me get in 1? I guess so. Pretty nice card to draw when you have Ghoul in hand. I could attack all here. I don't know. I don't think I should. If I was going to, obviously I should have done it before these plays, but... I don't think it's really that productive. Is it? Like, it lets them turn their 1/1 into a 2/2 if they want, which they probably don't. It lets them turn this into an enchantment if they want, which they probably don't. But it lets them counterattack with this, which they probably don't want to do either. Yeah, I guess let's try and get some damage in. What did they throw? Fierce Retribution. Interesting. Pretty cool card. That tap looks okay. I will exploit a 2/2 here. I need draw a lot more than I need some random shitty zombie. Actually, I could exploit the ghoul, right? Get another creature in the graveyard. Yeah, this guy's not any better than a token in this deck. I don't have enough mana for Syncopate to be particularly good, I don't think. Bleed Dry is a very nice pickup. Just wait till they get their ministers. And they're just gaining life all the time. Yeah, I knew there were some lurking in the wings. Presumably they just drew this. They would have played it earlier, obviously. But this is annoying. Okay, so I don't think I have anything better to do today than to just pick everything back up. And I think playing a land is probably okay. What if I swung with a guest? They can block with a 2 and a 1. But, like, not anything better, right? I think we can actually attack with these. At least one of them. And then there's something a little better to pick up with Blood Fountain, maybe? I mean, picking up these two is a cute combo, but I would welcome the Blood token as well. Yeah, let's see what they do with this. Maybe just let it in because they're Orzhov and they have plenty of life gain. That would be fine too. Oh, or they can do that, you idiot. Right, they don't have to kill it. They can just, like, not have the damage matter. Well, okay, fair enough. Those attacks were pretty stupid. So now if they want, they can attack with their 2/2, and I don't really have much recourse, or their 1/1 double striker, which will be a 2/1 double striker. Actually, I didn't have recourse any. Well, yeah. Actually, I kind of did. Because if one of these is a good blocker against a 2/1 double strike. Yeah, just a bad attack. Although, double block? I think double block is fine. Just would have been sort of better if I hadn't had to. Trading 2 of these for their thing. It doesn't seem that great, does it? Trade a token for this. It seems okay. I don't know. Could have traded the 3/2 and then pick it back up from the graveyard for more exploit, but I don't have a lot to throw away creature-wise, really. What is the plan? Just go to damage, okay. I'm happy to just play these out again to make them exile more stuff. This isn't giving me any draw, so it's fine to play now. Ooh, clicked out of the window. This time we got another Fierce Retribution. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe they've got a third. You never know. I don't think I have any attacks. I could attack with both of these and get in for one, but they're much better as blockers. I think we're behind this game. Like, Bleed Dry is a nice card to have in my pocket, but this opponent can do a lot. Yeah, okay, so I don't know that I want to take 8. I think I can sack a token to stop that. And bleed that dry later now that they've committed more to it. Specimen is nice. I could bleed dry on their turn. Is there any reason to do it now? Not really. There's no, like, hexproof in these colors. There's indestructible, but that doesn't matter. I'll wait till they aim the priest at it and then exile, I guess. Still no attacks. Well, I could attack with the guests now that I don't need them to block this. Yeah, I think that's kind of one damage that I get for free. Maybe 2, depending on how they're feeling. If they turn this into a zombie, I think that's fine. We're both at 20. Not because we haven't taken damage, but somehow all the damage is exactly canceled out with all the life gain. There hasn't been that much of it, obviously, but... Alright, 1 damage. Sucker, I'm in the lead. Okay. Pretty good card, obviously. Okay, sure. What if I have an exploit, though? Like, I could just send this to the graveyard? That seems very risky. Like, if I have the kind of deck where this play makes sense, because you want to exile it before I can bounce it a zillion times. Oh, I see. They're thinking it's my infinite chump blocker against their double striker. And they don't want it to do that. Okay, you're wrong. This is what I was going to do with the double striker. But I can see why you might think that. And if I don't think I have any exploit stuff left in the deck, right? Maybe there's another ghoul? I don't think there is, though. So this was just a piece of junk. Attack with these, and... Do I attack with this? It doesn't seem that great. Do I just play a bat? Missing the life gain opportunity. Or the opportunity to bring something back. What do I have left that gains life? There's like the Parasitic Grasp, the 2 guests, maybe one other thing? Not much. So I think this is just a flyer, basically. Oh, Henrika Domnathi, right. But if I wait for that card, I could be waiting a long time. I think I'd rather just get a 2/2 flyer down and see if I can chip away at their life total a little more effectively. So these two attacks seem clear. This non-attack seems clear. Do I attack with a 2/2? They can double block to trade it for their 1/1, which seems bad. Yeah, let's not. What else do I have that produces blood tokens? I don't know. They could play a Mind Leech Ghoul at any time, I guess. So probably, or an Aim for the Head. Probably want to keep the island in hand just as a potential thing to have to discard. Okay. So Aim for the Head trades for Fear of Death, which was doing nothing. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Actually, do you just attack with your 2/1? Oh, a 2/4. Yeah, that makes... Well... Does it make sense? I guess not. Mirror Hall Mimic would also be a pretty cool card, although right at the moment it's not doing much. A 1/13? What are you doing with that this game, in this deck? Ooh. Ooh, and I get to bring back the Specimen as well. Very good. Swing with this? I mean, obviously. Swing with these? I don't think so. It gets in for 1, but it lets them swing with this if they want. I don't think they want to, actually. They have been pretty defensive, and this swinging is not going to do much, I think. I'm pretty sure we want the Bleed Dry, right? Like, this gains a little life, but that barely matters, and Bleed Dry is way, way better as removal. Like, do I play this? How important is it to have a 1/1 lying around? A little, I guess? I don't think I need to keep the Swamp. You know what? Just in case they have a Mind Leech Ghoul, I'm keeping the Swamp. If you attack, I'll block. You haven't shown any evidence of having a combat trick. Okay, Bleed Dry the Bat. Pretty cool. Just in time. Okay. I'm still going to keep the Swamp, maybe? Because I'm drawing something off of this anyway. Wow. That was a pretty unbelievable series of 3 or 4 top decks. Whatever the number was, I sort of lost track. Anyway, no attacks makes sense here. I do still want to hang on to this. They still could have some hand disruption. Now, I can't copy Henrika. That is certainly a true thing. That is a downside. Ah! If I had brought this back... Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I can sack this guy. It's not too bad. I think it was well worth it. Just like, what's in my hand is way more important than that 2-2. Okay, I only want to keep one of them, though, I think. Right? Actually, I mean, I guess I could bring this back and make everyone sack a creature just to annoy them. Like, they don't mind sacking a 2-2, though, right? I think I'd rather just get in more face damage and lifelink with this. What am I doing when the 5/4 attacks? I guess I have some okay blocks. This is only 3, so I don't really want to use it. I mean, sorry. I have, like, I want to keep 4 mana open. So I could spend 3 on this. But I think I'd rather spend it on the specimen anyway. Because that's what I'm doing when the 5/4 blocks, is perpetually chumping it, right? They have a Fierce Retribution? Well, my bat got exiled. I can't bring it back. Okay. So bring back the specimen, and then have this be a scab or a stitched assistant, I guess. I can bring back Parasitic Grasp if I want, which seems cool. No! I meant... I got confused about what it was entering as. Well, at least it'll be easy to get killed, so that I can have it re-enter as permanent scabs? Question mark? No, they're just not going to kill it, right? It had to enter as... I don't know. Actually, the scab, they could have just bounced off the 113 forever. This, if they block it at all, it brings back... Okay, I mean, I don't know. Sure. They let this in, I assume, right? Okay, they're blocking the real one. Sure. Well, that's 1 damage. Oh, I can't believe... I mean, I don't know. Parasitic Grasp wouldn't be like the greatest card in the world, but I'd be getting... Oh, no. I'd be getting rid of the 1/1 with it, presumably. Stopping the life gain would be kind of cool. I mean, that's a huge problem, right? That resolves. I think I exile this. Because the 113 is like, yeah, it's not really doing. If I let them have a 1-5, it's almost as good as a 113 anyway. Plus, it can throw stuff at me if it eventually transforms. Ugh, just such a terrible. Not mistake, just like, I mean, yes, mistake, but like playing too quickly, right? They're not even attacking with the 6-4. That's interesting. That resolves. You can have my swamp. Just imagine if this were a 3-3, how much more damage it would be doing. I'd also have a Parasitic Grasp in hand, which would be pretty cool. They're just going to wait me out, I guess? Sure. You're decking first. This is exactly the card I was looking for to fix my mistake. Attack first so I get the damage in, obviously. But then just start making endless stitched assistance, probably? Or Skywarp Scabs. Sorry, not the other scab. Repository Scab, right? Sacrifice this. Because having endless bleed dries seems really fun and strong. I think I'll tap out for it. This creature. If they can kill it, then like so be it. They were always going to be able to kill it. The sooner I get this played, the more likely I am to get some value out of it. Whoa, they actually want to go digging. I mean, like, it's fine that they want to draw. I'm a little surprised they want to play Evolving Wilds to thin out. Maybe there's some insane card in the deck that they're waiting for? Just sack yourself, I think. No, sack this. I'm not using him for anything. I have 7 mana. This is 3. This is 4. Could play a flyer. Don't see a reason to. This is more important. When does it happen? At the beginning of my upkeep. Okay, so I have to make sure to play this on their turn, which obviously makes sense. Okay, so far so good. I have 7 mana. I want 3 for this, so I can play a flyer. I can attack with some of this, but okay. Yeah, so Ghastly Mimicry is gross. That's why we took that card. Endless exploit value. I mentioned during the draft phase I had in mind like Endless Mind Leech Ghouls, which kind of runs out of steam in the end of the game because they just don't have any cards in hand at the beginning of your upkeep. But it does stop them from like keeping combat tricks or whatever. But Endless Repository Scabs is probably even better because then you get endless bleed dries. Raceland. This is fine. I have a Mind Leech Ghoul and maybe eventually I can play something else. I don't know, a little greedy. But once the Gluttonous Guest has... Once I have the mana for Gluttonous Guest, it'll be okay. I predict a Plains. Not for any reason, I just feel it in my bones. It was a swamp. Alright. Close, they have Plains. This felt like a white player to me for some reason. What is their avatar even? I don't know what this is. It's some bug? Or it's wearing a mask that's like a bug? I don't know. Alright, that's pretty cool. No attacks, obviously. I would double block with ghouls if they swing. Actually, triple block is fine. Like, what's the most likely combat trick? I guess it's Adamant Will. Making it into a 4/5. So yeah, the triple block would be best. Okay. Another one of these seems alright. Would welcome another land, but I mean, we kept a 2-lander, so can't be too mad that we're stuck on 3 for a bit. What is the plan? Nothing. They're just transforming their 4/3 into a 4/3. Fair enough. I still have decent blocks against that. That's a cool card. This is actually a great answer to that. I mean, they can get lifelink. Start gaining some life. Okay, more triple blocks. Actually, wait a minute. What is this attack all about? If this became a 6/5, I would be pretty unhappy, wouldn't I? Yeah. I think I have to let this in. There's not really a good block. Until I get a little bit more on the board. interesting. So they definitely have some trick, or they would have done this pre-combat and just swung. Land would be really nice right now to pick up, to let me play Courier Bat to grab a ghoul. Okay, that's not bad either. I think I use it on the 4/3. Their flyer is okay. But this is currently presenting an actual problem for me, whereas this is just gaining life. Ooh, what about this? It has training? Can't really attack though, right? Whew. Okay, that is a good discard. I just need to draw 2 more lands before before they take this out of my graveyard somehow. Also, if they have any removal for the creature I play this on, it like loses the game. But this certainly has some upside. Oh my god. Okay, that's how they're going to attack with that. Oh, this... You actually accidentally didn't train this, though, right? You should have put the counters on differently so that this was smaller, and then it would buff itself. Right, take one of the counters you put here and put it here instead or something. I guess you would have to move... Yeah. You gave this +1 and this +2. It should have been the other way around. Oh, that's nice for you. Okay. We'll find a land one of these days. Not today, though, huh? Well, now they can start training the 1/2 into a 2/3. And also get in for damage. And gain life. So all of that is sort of sad. The game isn't over, but we really need to hit a land or we're never going to be able to do anything. Don't really have any very good spells in here. Like, I guess the draw 3 is something. Just thinking I probably should discard the repository scab, right? Except that would be both of them, and then, like, what is this acting on? It could act on the assistant. That's fine. I do have the bleed dry in hand, I guess. Probably I should discard the blood fountain. Tapping black or blue? Yeah, I guess like this is fine. All right, that's something. I think we just have to play the 3/2 to trade with their trainee, or try to. Actually, if they move the counters up here, that's really sad. Well, no, because I have bleed dry. Oh my god, stop moving around. There we go. opponent's at 38, but don't let that discourage you. Ooh, I was about to play this, but I only have 2 black, so I couldn't then bleed dry. I could play the specimen and then immediately scab it to pick up one of these spells, but I don't want that right now. I kind of want the scab on board so I can play this, but I need the bleed dry before any of that makes sense, I think. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Fine. Happy to have more lands. Oh, you know, we should attack with this. It's not blocking, obviously. Not that I would mind blocking with it, it's just that it's illegal. Yes, I agree. You should absolutely bleed that dry. Okay. Now we're in trouble. You actually swung with this. That's kind of funny. There's plenty of creatures in here to exile. That's fine. So I think the scab is a good play right now. Nice. I mean, we might be a little close to stabilizing. It's obviously sketchy. Okay, that's not 100% lethal, but I think it is probably game over. How am I going to get enough creatures out there? Or enough blockers, or stop them from attacking enough, right? I have 8 mana. Yeah, I can't do it. Good game. Let's see if they attack, or if they forget that the 2/3 can't block. Shockingly, they found the line. Okay, well. So close, sort of. I don't know, they had enough pressure on that, like, even if I somehow lived through that turn, there was nothing I could mimicry that would be useful, right? My 2/3 isn't doing anything. And they killed all my value cards. Yeah, just like pretty good match. It kind of, like, you know, feels like if I had been able to do stuff 6 turns ago instead of scrounging for lands, maybe I could have had a play. But that's Magic, baby. Billy, no. All right. I'm not familiar with this media property. is fine. Wash Away has been absolute junk. Maybe one of these days. Okay, well, since I drew this, there's nothing I want to do on 2, so I guess I'll just get out the Blood Fountain. Mirror. I wish I had that card. Don't like that. Not much I can do about it, obviously. I think toss Evolving Wilds here. Wash Away could be good eventually. But this is really bad, obviously. Opponent has some, like, hallmark cards there. Butler's amazing. Egg is amazing in this deck. They're surely going to have a way to sacrifice it very soon. Yep. This is so bad, guys. What the hell am I supposed to do against this 4/4 and a Diver Scab? What's in their graveyard, by the way? Just like a Repository Scab, no big deal. Alright, well, we're not holding on to counterspells anymore, that's for sure. Dead next turn, is that right? 6, 9, 12? So I need 2 blockers to not die. And then presumably die anyway. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, my start wasn't even that bad, right? Like, it was okay. I had to, like, thirst for discovery a little sooner than I would have liked. But I played a land every turn. I spent most of my mana every turn. Opponent just had, like, some really, really good stuff. Didn't even use the Butler. That's how good their start was. The Skull Scab exploiting stuff. The Egg. Oh. Ugh. Tough to beat. Tough for any deck to be, like, confident of beating that. You guys want to go check out the Yawning Portal? I don't think we will. Lens Blare? It's like Lens Flare, but for Blair, I guess? Okay. I mean, I need another land, but It's not an awful hand, for sure. And it has Henrika, you know, a big payoff card if we live. Green black, haven't seen that in a while. Great. All right, we could still be in it. We've got an uphill battle, but, you know, we can start playing cards now. If I don't draw land, I'm just playing the bat, I think. Saving it for life gain is unbelievably greedy, and this is not relevant. Really mulling over whether to activate that, huh? Choosing not to. Wow. Well, we drew a land. I don't think I can afford not to bleed that dry, right? I guess I could play Henrika. She's not even good enough, right? I mean, I don't know. If I transform her immediately, she'd be a 3/4. Yeah, okay, maybe that is good. And then if they remove her, like, okay, at least that transforms this. Although they would probably be removing with bleed dry, to be honest. Alright, transform immediately. Cannot wait. Why the 1/1? But not the 2/3. Or the 3/3, I should say. They must want the 2/3 for mana. Alright. I'll give this a try. No. I mean, can I really take 7? Yeah, I guess. But I'm going to be in a similar predicament next turn, I think, so... I just wish I were in a position that I could afford to pump this thing. But I'm going to be playing Bleed Dry next turn, presumably. Certainly I'm going to be spending enough mana that I won't have 3 left over. So if I'm going to ever go for this block, I might as well try it now. Even though I don't think it'll work. I could... Okay, here's what we do. We use the Henrika. If they can remove her, too bad, so sad. Like, they at least have to spend a real card on that. And that transforms this into a 4/3, which makes me contest the board more realistically. And I have Courier Bat to get her back eventually. Ooh. So you need this specifically for red was the idea. I mean, I think I just hang back with this, right? But then it becomes knight, and that's sort of bad. Okay, I guess main phasing the removal then. Because they could always use Concealing Curtains to make me discard it, so like it's not going to be a surprise in combat anyway. Plus, if this turns into a 3/4, he doesn't even need the trick. Or the knot, lumber, ancient lumber knot. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should have swung with this, actually. No, they would have just pumped the wolf and made... I'm pretty close to dead here. Courier bat? Probably? Fear of death? Repository scab, maybe? Those all seem plausible. Repository scab might be my best card. Even though I'm not using it to exploit anything? No, they got rid of Fear of Death. Okay. I'll trade. I need the life. You know, I would love to use the Courier Bat, but I don't... Well, actually... Maybe I can afford to swing and use Courier Bat. Because without Henrika, like, I'm in a lot of trouble. And attacking with this is giving me a chance to gain life out of it multiple times, perhaps? Could play the Skywarp Scab. I don't see how that's going to work. Can I afford to actually play this? They're going to be attacking for 9. I need 1 blocker. But I guess it had better be a blocker that doesn't die? Like, that would be an improvement? Okay. I don't think that +1 really matters. They're just cycling it. Block the Trampler, I guess. Make them pay the 2 mana here. Keep their thing from dying. Or if they have some other trick. Yeah, at least I blocked the trample damage. Henrika costs 4. So if I attack with this, I'm at 7. So Courier Bat is enough to block. Keep me alive. And I can get down another useless piece of junk as well. Obviously, there's a lot of ways they could lethal me here. Alright, that wasn't one of them. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know. I think I did what I could there to try to stay alive. Made the compromises that I had to try to do something on the board. They just had some pretty good creatures that I couldn't get rid of, and a few combat tricks. This 1/1 is always so scary. All right, well, 4 wins. The deck looked amazeballs, as they say, and then it ran up against some decks that could beat it. So well done to those players. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.